what's up guys, Honey Eyes with you here, bringing you Strong Online Season 3 anime review. This was episode 23 titled Administrator. And as the title, states, this whole episode was technically about the Administrator versus these people, Kirito and his people. And, Colonel was like, now you have to fight all four of us, so it's 1 against 4. And the Administrator, she laughed, and she was like, I think you're mistaken. You mean 300 versus 4. And she snaps her fingers, and her sword machine, the sword golem, comes up. And they all look confused, like, why is it still going? And she explained to it that she uses, a certain amount of, 30, I believe it was 30, gold god level blades to create this golem, and that because, the sword and the person are attached by memory, these things want to find their memory. They want to find the things that they're attached to. So they are like unstoppable golems that just want to continue to fight until they get what they want. But since it's impossible for them to get what they want, they're going to continue to fight. It doesn't matter how much you destroy them, how you parry them, doesn't matter what you do to them, they're going to continue to keep coming. So, and Yu-Gi-Oh noticed by looking up in the ceiling that there's a whole bunch of French lights in there. And there was this one light that was attracted to him. It was like this little girl with blonde hair. We didn't get to really see her face. But her body-wise, she looked like a little girl, and she kept on calling out to Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh was like, I think I know what to do now. I know what my purpose is. And Kanado, she basically gave up her life in this episode. And she was like, if I give you my life, you have to let these two live. And the administrator was like, why would I want to do that? And she explained, well, your memory is going to be short soon on storage. So you're going to eventually need them for the future. For your precious little army. So they continue, their battle, and she's just abusing Colonel, the administrator. And she can kill her in one blow, but she decides to let the torture her, and she's just shooting little black lightning bolts at her until she actually kills her. And Yu-Gi-Oh tells her, can you use a little bit of your power left to make me become a sword? And everybody was against it, but the Cardinal saw how determined Yu-Gi-Oh was, and he really felt like this was his destiny calling, so she did it. And we get to see that little girl's body again. We don't get to see her face, but we see her body, and she has a body of a little girl. She could be older, but she has long blonde hair. But for some reason, they foreshadowing her face. I don't read the manga or the light novel, so I don't know who that is. Maybe his sister or his mother or something, but maybe that's why he's recognized the voice. But when he, went up and he looked up and he's like this with his hands looking to the sky, that crystal came out from a bird picture that was up there and then went into his soul. And the administrator tried to stop it, but Alice was in the way. And basically what happened is that crystal basically locked him in like a cross cube, and then his sword stabbed him and he became an ice sword. And he instantly destroyed the golem. After a couple of them parrying on each other and stuff, he finally was able to do it in probably 3 to 4 hits, but it was pretty easy. Then he went after the administrator, and he was able to take off her whole right side and destroy her blade, but in the end it was he didn't really have enough strength to kill her, especially since he already fought the golem. So, and we see Yu-Gi-Oh's body there, and the sword stabbed right next to him, and it crystallized. So that's 2 people we had sacrificed in this episode. We had the Cardinal, and now Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kirito's there, sad, and he's just in shock that people keep sacrificing themselves on him. Last episode was a spider. Now this episode we have 2 people, Cardinal and Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we have the administrator about to come in for the final blow, but Alice comes in and she kind of pulls the same thing Asuna did in season 1. If you remember, when the Grandmaster was about to strike Kirito for the last hit, when he was on 1 HP, Asuna stepped in and she took the hit. And that's when Kirito went around her and stabbed him. And they all died technically, but Kirito and Alice when Asuna was able to come back and the doctor wasn't. So I guess you can say that was his gift for him being defeated by him. He let them live instead of dying. Technically, Kirito and Asuna should have died, but that's a whole other concept and story and conversation then, but basically Alice did the same thing. She got in the same way, in the same stance as Asuna to protect them from the administrator. And Kirito was like, I'm tired of people protecting me. I'm tired of losing. And he draws his sword finally and he parries her. And Alice was like, I'm happy you can move because I'm getting kind of tired. And he was like reassuring her that, I got this, whatever. And she lays down and he pushes her to the side. He picks her up and puts her to the side. And then we get that, as you see in my thumbnail, that final ending with the administrator and Kirito just looking at each other like hard. Like they're about to throw hands, which of course in this case throw swords. But that was the end of the episode. Episode 23 of Sword Art Online Season 3. Great episode, great stuff. I would like to know more about that girl with the blonde hair. If y'all can tell me, for those who are manga readers or light novel readers, who that chick was that was talking to Yu-Gi-Oh! Through the episode, who was she? And what's her importance? Without, minimum spoilers if possible. Also, another thing that I want to know, because I don't believe this, but I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Cardinal are dead permanently. Maybe they're like in a half-dead state, but I don't believe they're dead because anime logic, if you don't see a body, they're not dead. And even if you see a body, they're a main character, they're usually not dead. Or they could come back. So, plus we never know, like I said before, Yu-Gi-Oh's French Light could be either a copy of Kirito, which means they could either make a new one of them, the memories of that one, or maybe, Kirito might find the real Yu-Gi-Oh outside. Who knows? Same thing with Alice. That could be said as well. She could be a copy of Asuna or somebody else. So we don't really know. All these French lights are taken from people, but we don't know who they took it from. So, and another thing I want to know: can Kirito really beat the administrator? I mean, yeah, she's a little bit weakened, but I mean, she is the administrator. She can literally give any command she wants, and they trapped in this dome so they can't run away. So he technically is forced to fight her. That's why they didn't bother to try to run away through the whole episode. The doorway was destroyed, and there's like this black shadow stuff covering the top palace, so they really can't get away. So Kirito don't have no choice but to defeat her in battle, but at the same time, it's like she's the administrator and she's extremely powerful. And Kirito is not at his best right now. So, I mean, if he had his regular stats from like season 1 or 2 of Sword Art Online, with his regular stats in both his dual blades, then yeah, he could most likely win hands down. But this is going to be very difficult for him. Even if you look at the opening, we see him fighting her, and he has a difficult time because she keeps parrying his attack and kicking him in the face or in the legs. So it's like, but that's all I have for you guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions of this episode, and tell me with minimum spoilers who that chick was with the blonde hair who was talking to Yu-Gi-Oh! And another thing, tell me if y'all think Kirito can win or not. But that's all I have for you guys. Follow me on Twitter, link me down below. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace and have a good one.